a sheer short way to fail in your business, which no one talks about and no one even actually looks at it in a practical manner, is this. I'm sure there are a lot of reasons which you have heard and you are aware of that you should not do this, do that in order to save your business. But how about this one? Listening to your customers, listening to your clients. Specifically, if you are an existing business who have been there over different phases of, human evolution. So maybe you are there for more than decades and you are still operating on the aspects of what you did 10, 20 years back, and you fail to recognize the changes that people want, the customers are trying to tell you, indicating to you, etc. You will see these kind of businesses have perished or are struggling big time. So what is it that people fail to understand over here? The most important thing of any business is customers, right? If people are not buying from you, so you do not have any sale. If there is no sale, there is no business. Remaining everything is only there because there are customers, because you have certain clients, right? So now what is happening is, when you start a business, you have a specific situation or maybe market condition or a specific time where the people are making certain type of decisions. So I'm saying this from a generic point of view. So there are certain aspects of a particular industry where things don't change so drastically. But let's say there are certain things where people's behavior, their decision making styles and the way, the frequency, everything changes over good frequency of time. Okay, so what is happening is, if you look at certain industries, specifically, let's say lifestyle industry, okay, the food industry, the health industry, etc., drastic changes have happened. And the companies who are failing to realize and understand what the customers want, what they are trying to say, what are the things they do not want. Typically, if you're not addressing the complaints, you are up for a failure big time. Okay, so think about it. Let's say if your business is in an industry where you cater to people service oriented stuff, so let's say you are providing certain services, maybe certain kind of digital services, okay, online services, etc. Is it the same? Is the demand same? Is the requirement same? What used to have like maybe 5-10 years back, and now is it the same? Are you operating from that angle? So remember this, number one. Okay, what is the market situations that people are making their decision based on? So it could be, of course, based on emotional angles, their need angle, okay, their external situation angle. Like, let's say when the income capacity of people have increased, so they prefer to take flights more than trains or by road journey, for example. Okay, so the behavioral shift changes the paradigm of your sales in that particular industry, the business that you have. So you need to keep in mind, the first thing is, where is this behavioral aspect coming from? Your customers, your target audience, right? The next aspect is, you always need to keep a track. You need to research and keep on top of what is happening. What are the changes happening in the market? What are the changes happening in your customer segment? If you can predict that change and be prepared beforehand, nothing like that, right? Because your customers would be really happy to see what they would be expecting you're already providing them. Okay, maybe user-friendly UI, a surface a platform where they can access things very easily. Maybe a better customer service, like they call and they can speak to a human being instead of a chatbot. Because as you know from your own experience, maybe a chatbot is one of the most frustrating thing when people are already frustrated when they try to connect to a customer care. So there are a lot of angles that goes into this. Some people think that, okay, I'm reducing my business expenses, but you have to take into consideration whether you are doing it at the cost of customer experience as well. Okay, and the next aspect you need to keep in mind is that, are you listening to the complaints of your existing customers? Because if you're not, if you are delaying addressing the complaints, if you are just not providing any solution, although practically what the customer is saying is absolutely making sense to you, it's absolutely viable, but you are hiding behind saying that it is a company policy and we can't change it. In certain situations, you need to see, are these company policies that are framed by me, by the team, is actually helping the customers, is helping the business? Because most of the time, and I would say majority of the time and percentage, if you see, if the customers are not happy, your policy needs to be revamped. Okay, so the most important thing is listen to the complaints of the customers. The dissatisfaction, the feedback that they provide can make a huge difference for your business. And you never know, it may help you stand out from the competition out there. For example, like I was having a recent experience with this airline company, and I just realized how pathetic the customer service experience is, because everywhere they are just copy pasting the same response, and it has been going on for weeks now till no resolution, although the issue is not major, and the process is so painful that it completely lost me. I mean, I totally lost faith in that company. So if you are having a team or a person or a group of people who are actually catering to the customer service as well, you need to equip them as to how to handle as much sensibly as possible. Please understand the context over here. Nobody in a sane mind would put their time and energy into calling customer care numbers. They have other and better things to do in their life. People only reach out to the customer service only when something goes wrong, most of the time, or they need really help in some of the areas, right? Otherwise, why would people reach out to the customer service, right? So think about it. Majority of the cases, the people are already frustrated when they reach out to the customer service. And if your customer service team is not handling those concerns properly, you are up for a doom. So your business success and your business failure depends largely as to how your customer experience is. Even if one customer is actually providing a very good feedback, which practically is making sense from every angle, and you feel your intuition is telling you this I need to do, I need to change, then make that change. Because sometimes it happens that if there is an existing company over the number of years that are there in the market, and you feel like, no, this has worked 10 years back and I will just stick with it. Although everything has changed, the dynamics of how the customers think, behave, and the market conditions have changed, and you are sticking with it and you feel like, no, this has worked, so I will keep it like this. And then you see the downfall happening, and then you don't understand, okay, we are doing everything right, we are running the ads, we are doing this, everything is happening still. Why is the sales dropping? It is because you are not listening to your customers. You are actually closing your eyes and ears. So if you are a business owner, and if you understand that your business is not just about numbers, you are dealing with real human beings, not robots, you need to bring in the aspect of humanity and sensitivity along with your logic, along with your intellect. So please remember this, your business success depends on this particular factor to such an extent that you can't even imagine. Your systems and process will fall later on. But this is the most crucial factor that you need to take charge about and that you need to take care about. Okay? So hope this helps, and see you soon in the next video. Namaskar.